Hey, thank you for joining. So I received from Amazon the Creality 3D viewer, and so we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing, check this thing out, and see how it works. I'm just trying to get used to the live streaming thing here, so bear with me. And I'm just trying out this new streaming program as well. But here we have it. It's the Creality 3D viewer. We're going to go ahead and unbox it and see what's inside. Okay. So first off, we have the manual. Let's see, the manual looks like mostly Chinese. Oh, there's fine print in English. Very fine print. And oddly enough, it looks like it goes backwards. So you have to start from the inside and work your way out. So it has the introduction, shows what's in the box. We have two USB cables. One's micro USB. The other one is mini USB. Does have a little barcode on the bottom here, a little QR code. It's got two different USB inputs. One's the micro, one's the standard USB. Okay. All right, let's see. So it says we have to download an app. It gives you some QR codes. One of them is for Android, one of them is for iPhone. I do have a barcode scanner right on here. Oh, wrong one. All right, so it doesn't look like it goes to the Play Store. It actually has a off-site link, which kind of sketches me out a little bit, but I don't have anything that critical on my phone that I'm too awfully worried about it. There we go. Do you want to download P2P Camera 4.2.2 release? Yes. Open. Gives all your standard warnings, modifying settings, taking pictures and videos. Install. App's installed. All right, it's asking me to register an account. I'll go ahead and put my information in. Okay. All right, so we're all logged in. A little bright here. There we go. So let's see. Next step is plug in the cables. And it looks like they can only go one direction. Micro USB. The mini USB, we use a standard USB. So I'm going to assume the mini USB goes into the printer. And the regular USB must go into power source. So we'll use the laptop for a power source and we'll see if that gives it enough power. If not, can always hook it up to something else. All right, let's see. Press and hold the reset button, release it, about 5 seconds, waiting for voice prompt to be turned on. Now I do see there is a green indicator light already on. There's a reset button right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Not hearing any voice prompts. Go ahead and we'll try it one more time. Yep, still no voice prompts. Let's see. Did you just hear a shutter go off? So I don't know if that's indicating anything. Open your phone Wi-Fi and find the network whose name begins with IPCam. So let's change. Switch over to Wi-Fi. There it is. IPCam 980. It's telling me internet may not be available, which obvious. All right. So now we got to go to the app, log in. All right. It appears to be freezing up. And the part that I'm not sure about is how I'm supposed to access their website while I'm connected to the camera. So it doesn't say anything about disconnecting, but obviously I'm not going to be able to connect unless I switch my connection back to my Wi-Fi. Good. All right, so the app did open up. I do have an option to connect. It says select printer. Nope. Right there, add new camera. And we're scanning. All right, didn't find anything. We'll try it again. Well, the part that confuses me again is now I'm connecting to my Wi-Fi, so I may have to switch back. So I'm reconnecting to the IP cam. All right, so that seems to be Definitely don't make any sense. Can't connect to the app while I'm connected to the camera. Can't connect to the camera while I'm connected to the internet. Okay. So I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, and the app is opened up. So now I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to try switching this back to the IP cam. And it's logging me right back out again. Got to be a trick that I'm missing here. So let's, instead of logging out of the app, I'm just going to switch the Wi-Fi while I'm in the app back over to the IP cam's Wi-Fi. It still brought me back out. All right, well, that's definitely confusing. All right, so I appear to be in the app. So select printer. Let's try to get the camera in here. Refresh. All right. So it's still not detecting the camera. I'm going to try clicking on Add Camera. Search here. All right. Now it's showing the camera in there. It says it's online. So now you can see. Don't worry. All right. There we go. Now we're working. Seems to be lagging a bit, though. There it goes. All right. So let's try. They're sticking this up here. So all I've done was stick the camera right on the power supply. Don't mind the mess on the laptop. All right, let's see. So it says the camera's on, printer is connected. I do look like I have some controls showing me some temperature controls. Not sure how well you can see that. Showing me the access to move all the different accesses around. I'm going to try auto home. And as you can see, auto home is working. Let's see. Try to do this one-handed. I'm going to try to adjust this camera. So we have it adjusted. Oh, yeah, I can see the bill plate. Now there's some other options on here. Let's see. There's cloud, which of course I'm not connected to the internet at the moment. I'm connected to the camera, so it's not going to let me do it. There's one called mall. So there's some web addresses up here. So I mean, I could load those up in a browser, just see where they go. Settings, options for the fans off and on. I do hear them going. Temperature. So let's see if I set the temperature of the nozzle to 205. So I can see the temperature is going up on the display. Let's set the bed to 45. So now the bed is going up. Now, cloud, I'm assuming there should be a way for me to set this up, and I'm not sure how to do it, but there should be a way to set this up to have access to the camera and the internet. And obviously, cloud would allow me to download files that they have. I'm assuming pre-sliced, which I definitely wouldn't trust. Let's see what else we have in here. So in here, I do see there is an option. It says add new file. I'll click it. Yeah, let's see. Now it does look like I do have an option in here for accessing files on my phone, the SD card that's internal. Looks like I have access to my Google Drive. I do have a couple files on there. I'm going to go ahead and load one of them up. We're going to use the Creality test dog. Now see, it gives me the option to choose the test dog, but then it just brings me back to the main screen. It doesn't actually show the file. All right. So for some reason, when I click the download, obviously, I'm connected to the camera. I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. That's where I'm having the issue. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. I have to figure out how to get connected to the Wi-Fi. Let me switch. Attempt to switch back. See, I switched back to my Wi-Fi, and it's telling me now the camera is offline. And the device is disconnected. Yeah, so I don't have access to anything when I do it that way. Switching back to connecting to the IP camera. Let me try something. Looking to see if there's a way, and I'm sure there is, I just don't know how to do it, to connect to the Wi-Fi and connect to my data on my phone. All right, so it looks like if I choose aggressive mode, it says use mobile data to access internet when Wi-Fi internet connection is only slightly unstable. This may increase data usage. And then there's some network exceptions, and both of my Wi-Fis are in there. I'm actually going to turn off my regular Wi-Fi and just leave the IP camera in there as an exception. I'm going to exit the app. I don't know. Let's see. and it's still not connecting to my data while I'm connected to the camera. It is set to use the mobile data, so I'm a little confused. Having to switch back and forth seems a little clunky and awkward, so it obviously can't be by design. I must be doing something incorrect here. If anybody has any ideas, definitely leave them in the comments. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. So once you're in the app, on the settings, there's a Wi-Fi. That's going to allow me to connect to my Wi-Fi. And I'll put the password in. Looks like it's automatically connected me to my Wi-Fi. And it looks like the camera is still on. Let's test things. So when I click on cloud, it's still coming up with a blank page. All is a blank page. Oh, here it comes. It's loading up now. So I am now connected to the camera and connected to the Wi-Fi at the same time. That settings weren't option wasn't available prior. All right, let's see. Add new file. Drive, G-code, test dog, select. Now it looks like we're going. Oh, it still went back to the print file list and didn't show anything. All right. Add file. Drive. We'll choose a different. We'll choose the calibration cube. Same thing. It's not letting me load up any files. All right, then what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to try to load a file from the printer itself. Now this is a machine that I had built and had on the shelf, so I have no idea whether the bed's leveled very well. It is starting to print. View mode, preferred speed. Not sure what these are. HD mode. Took a still shot. Is recording the print. Turn off the recording. It doesn't look like you have any control in there. I can see the temperatures are all correct. So pretty much at the moment, it seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. It is allowing me to view the print. And of course, you can move it around and position it wherever you're more comfortable. The quality of the camera doesn't seem to be too awfully bad. The cable just fell down in front of it. I don't know if there's an option in here for zooming it or not. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah, there's no zoom. Let's see. There's a button here that says view mode. But it doesn't seem to do anything. So there's an option up here in the corner where you can flip horizontally or vertically. But seems like the only real issue that I'm having with it is being able to upload the file, and that could be something on my end. I'll have to look and see if there's any videos out there on how to do that. But for right now, it's working pretty good. Setup was a little tricky, but of course, once we all get that nailed down and we know what we're doing. Like I said, part of that was user error. I had to get the camera set up on my Wi-Fi, and I didn't have that option set up yet. I'm curious. I'm going to go ahead and back out of here. I'm going to disconnect from my Wi-Fi, but I switch back to my data. All right, so now I'm on my data, and it's still working. So I'm no longer on my Wi-Fi at all. So that means it is set up so that I can use this outside of my house. Now, there may be some security issues with that. Plus, we don't know exactly what server this is connecting to, but everything seems to be working. A lot of it will be just, making sure everything gets nice and secure if you're going to really trust this on the outside network. But it seems to be up and running now, seems to be working. Hopefully everything works out well for it in the end. I'll put a link in the description where you can get it if you decide you want to give it a shot. I think when I bought it on Amazon, I think I got it for around $59, I believe. So I'll go ahead and I'll put that on there, and hope you guys have a wonderful night, and hopefully somebody finds this useful.